Hello my dear students. Today we are going to study on Cost and Works Accounting 3 TYB chapter number 3 Uniform Costing and Interfirm Comparison. Therein we will discuss on the topic meaning, objectives and advantages and also limitations of uniform costing. The contents what we are going to study, that is meaning, objectives, advantages and limitations of uniform costing. So let us understand this one by one. So let us understand the meaning first. Meaning of uniform costing. It refers to the use by several undertakings of the same costing principles and practices. So from the meaning you can say that uniform costing, as the name itself indicates, uniform costing, that means it is the application of same costing principles and practices by several undertakings of the firm. It is followed when different undertakings of the same industries adopted one set of standard accepted cost accounting principles. When we can say that it is or any of the organization is using uniform costing when different undertakings of the same industries adopted one set of standard accepted cost accounting principles. It can be implemented easily among undertakings manufacturing the same type of products. So where it is mostly applicable or useful, it is mostly useful where the undertakings are manufacturing the same type of products. And it also required to facilitate interfirm comparison. So when you adopt same costing principles and practices, it is easier for the firm to have interfirm comparison between different undertakings or between different units of the same industry. After understanding the meaning, let us know about the definition of uniform costing. As per ICMA London, the use by several undertakings of the same costing systems, that is, the same basic costing methods, principles and techniques. With the also meaning, we have also understood the use by several undertakings, the same costing systems or same costing practices. Here in also, as per ICMA London, they have defined uniform costing in the similar way, that is the used by several undertakings of the same costing systems, that is the same basic costing methods, principles and techniques. It is not a different method of costing. So it is very important to know it is not a different method of costing. Rather, it is the practice of using same costing principles by a number of firms. It is not a method, but it is a practice. Hence, we can surely say that if number of firms apply same costing principles by adhering to the company's overall objective, we can say that they are using or applying uniform costing. The basic of this ideology lies with application of same practices which will enable for cost comparison and cost control. Now, why such uniform costing system should get implemented? The most and foremost reason is cost comparison between the different units of the organization and thereby cost control. I hope you have understood this definition. Thereafter, let us understand the objectives of such uniform costing. So these are the objectives. The first is cost comparisons between organizations. After applying same costing principles and practices, it is easier for the organizations to compare cost between different units of the same organization. Second, enables to measure own efficiency. If there are two plants A and B, and after applying same costing principles, plant A is having minimum cost than plant B, you can check the efficient and inefficient areas of both the units. Why plant A has decreased in their cost and why plant B has increased in their cost? you can check out their own efficiencies. A basis for government subsidies or grant. Once you have applied uniform costing, you assures cost control as well as efficiency in your business. The government grant or subsidy can be get the faster rate. Then to improve labor and machine performance. The main advantage of uniform costing is to find out weaknesses and inefficient areas, which helps the management to improve such weak or inefficient areas like labor, machine performance and utilization of such resources, etc. Next objective is to bring stability in prices of production. If you have to maintain a steady prices of production, you have to follow same principles and practices. Then it helps to standardizing common processes of operations. Now after studying the objectives, there are some advantages of this uniform costing and interfirm comparison, which are those. First, negotiation with government agencies can be facilitated. Hence, the government agencies can give a proper control on the major operations of the organizations with the help of uniform costing. Thereafter, price fixation is the another objective. So once you have followed same costing practices and principles, you can have a firm prices for all your products at every unit. Third, regulating prices of production. So this is also regarding with the prices of your finished goods or production. Hence, after applying the costing systems similarly in all the units, the prices of the production can get stabilized. Thereafter, management control is another main objective. With the help of uniform costing, it is advantageous to the management to control on the cost of different undertakings. It leads to healthy competition, as everywhere same costing principles are getting applied. All the workers or employees of the units are under the pressure that to have a competition, but it should be a healthy competition. Thereafter, locating weak areas. As we have studied, one of the objective of uniform costing is to find out the inefficient areas and to improve the efficiency. Hence, it helps to locate the weak areas and to improve such areas. Thereafter, stability. Stability in regards with the production, stability in regards with the prices, stability in regards with the cost of production. Everything can be maintained with the help of uniform costing. Cost consciousness. It leads to create cost consciousness culture among the employees of the whole industry. So this is very important from the point of view of whole organization, because the workers, the employees are now cost conscious. Thereafter, presentation of information in a most suitable manner can be facilitated by using the uniform costing techniques, so that all the units of the same organization can present in a similar way. So in this way, these are some advantages of uniform costing. There are again some more advantages of uniform costing, that is customers' confidence. Once the same organization is getting prices of their products similar for all their units, it gets confidence of the customers about that industry. It helps to boost the economy by achieving the economies of scale for the industry. It also helps for comparative assessment, that is comparison between different undertakings. Thereafter, computerized accounting system is possible. If you have applied the same principles and practices, you can easily install a plain computerized accounting system for all your units. So you cannot have to implement different accounting systems for different units. Rather, you can implement a same accounting package. Uniform wage structure can be given to the workers. Thereafter, trade associations can get formed, and we can also get proper communication with the trade associations. It also have advantages to the customers, as the prices are getting fixed, the company is in a steady position, and also it is lastly benefited to the industry also. There are some limitations of this uniform costing as well. Which are those? The first is difficulty in application. As we say, uniform costing, that means application of same costing principles to all the industrial units. It is somehow get difficult to apply such same principles because the size, nature, and the industrial organizational environment is different from industry to industry. Secondly, it can be expensive in case of small organizations and which are not having that much funds to install each and every systems. Thirdly, there can be unwillingness to disclose information from the inefficient units of the same organization. They may get fear of losing their confidence from the industry. Hence, they may avoid to disclose the information. Thereafter, rigidity. If you apply same principles without understanding the differentiation of different units, it may get rigid for all the units to apply such principles, and it may get forceful, and implementation can be possible. Thereafter, difficulty in achieving uniformity. Many times it happens that from which point of view we have implemented such practices in our organization, we cannot achieve such uniformity. Thereafter, difficulty in understanding as well. Many of the workers from the organizations are not even matured enough to understand the main reason behind the implementation of such principles and practices, and hence it gets difficult for them to apply such costing principles in their organization. So I hope you have understood these limitations, that is difficulty in application. Every unit is not possible. It can be expensive in certain cases. Some units may be unwilling to disclose the information. It may improve the rigidity of operations among the various industries. It also have difficulty in achieving the uniformity, and there are difficulty in understanding the basic ideology behind this uniform costing system. Thank you all my dear students. I hope you have understood this uniform costing system.